I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put.
Imagine a gender equal world, a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, a world that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive, a world where difference is valued and celebrated. Together, we can forge women's equality. Collectively, we can all break the bias. Individually, we are all responsible for our own thoughts and actions all day, every day. We can break the bias in our communities. We can break the bias in our workplaces. We can break the bias in our schools, colleges, and universities. Together, we can all break the bias on International Women's Day and beyond. International Women's Day is celebrated on March 8 every year. The day highlights the cultural, political, and socio-economic achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. International Women's Day 2022 theme is Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. The year 2022 is for achieving gender equality in the context of climate change and environmental and disaster risk reduction, which are some of the greatest global challenges of the 21st century. Without gender equality today, a sustainable future and an equal future remains beyond our reach. UN Women's website says it added, this year's International Women's Day observance is in recognition and celebration of the women and girls who are leading the charge on climate change adaptation and response, and to honor their leadership and contribution towards a sustainable future. Let's look into the history of International Women's Day. International Women's Day has been observed since the early 1900s. In 1908, 15,000 women marched through New York City demanding shorter hours, better pay, and voting rights. The first National Women's Day was observed across the United States on February 28. The day was celebrated on the last Sunday of February until 1913. In 1911, International Women's Day was honored for the first time in Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland on March 19. On the evening of World War I, campaigning for peace, Russian women observed their first International Women's Day on February 23, the last Sunday in February. Soon, the International Women's Day was agreed to be marked annually on March 8 as per the Gregorian calendar, February 23 of Julian calendar. Since then, International Women's Day has been celebrated on March 8. International Women's Day was celebrated for the first time by the United Nations in 1975. The UN announced their first annual theme in 1996 as celebrating the past, planning for the future. What colors symbolize International Women's Day? Purple, green, and white are the colors of International Women's Day. While purple signifies justice and dignity, green symbolizes hope, white represents purity, albeit a